finally Fujifilm have given us an update for the X-H2S. This adds some very much requested features. There is some stuff that has been left out, but we'll go through all the features that they have added and I'll guide you through the update process and how I do it on my phone. Okay, so you're gonna open up your X app and then you're gonna go and connect to your camera, which it should do just automatically because it's, you know, faster now. Tap in the top corner with the 3 dots where you see it red. It's going to say firmware upgrade. Tap on that. We're going to go from version 5.10 to version 6.0, and it's going to tell us everything what's going to be included in this update. So we've got the X app version 2 compatibility. Yeah, you can read about what the new update is with the compatibility with the X app. It's not too, I don't find them too interesting. It's not really what I'm excited about. Let me see if I can find. Okay, so update number 3. The following functions related to movie recording is implemented to improve usability at movie shooting. We finally get the recording frame indicator. A lot of people have been asking for this. I myself really love this kind of feature because it lets me know when I'm recording. Like right now I've got the Atmos Ninja. I know it's recording because there's a red frame. And on my other camera here, which I will tell you about in another episode, also produces a red frame, and it's just such an easy way to know whether or not you're filming. You can turn it on and off. You know, it's not a huge deal, but a lot of people do like it, and especially if you're recording yourself, or you might want to set your camera down and you might be operating a second camera and you might be looking over to see is it still recording. You know, there's always that kind of anxious feeling. So that's such a big thing that I think a lot of people who use the video functions a lot, which if you're using the X-H2S, I presume that's your main kind of like go-to function for this camera. Although there must be a couple of photo shooters as well who primarily use it for that function. But yeah, I think the majority of people I know use it basically for video. The start and end sounds are now sounding during movie recording. Okay, cool. Self timer is added to movie settings, so you can set the time from pressing the shutter release button to starting the movie recording. That's okay. I don't know, maybe can someone tell me like why that's useful? Because I would just hit record, go over, and then I mean you might save a little bit of data. I don't know. I mean, is okay, it might be good for something. It might be good for something. I don't know. For me, I'm not too sure. Wide tracking function is added for focusing during movie recording. In case that the focus mode is set to AFC, the camera automatically tracks the subject while touching the screen. And in AFS, the camera automatically selects the subject to focus on. Okay, we're gonna test this out. Firmware update function is added to the setup menu. Insert a memory card containing the new firmware in the camera. Select user setting. Okay, cool. So this basically means now that you can just I think you used to have to like press a button, like you used to have to hold buttons or something. I can't really remember, to be honest. I just since the camera could always connect to the phone, I just always updated it that way, to be honest. I've never had any issues. Oh yeah, so it even tells us here, it's like start the camera while holding down the display back button, etc. Like it's stupid. Like you just need to go into a menu, click update, and then boom, there you go. Auto power off temp. Oh, it now displays in the initial setup, which is good because I think a lot of people will turn that off. Wi-Fi connection performance is improved. Nice. Oh yeah. So there's a couple of, this is a biggie actually. This is a biggie. So my colleague Harris, shout out to H. He uses Frame.io a lot, and you can now upload images and movies to Frame.io without the file transmitter. Now this is going to be huge for him. It might be huge for me. I don't know. I haven't really signed up to it yet. We'll see. Maybe I will get a license for that because we're going to be shooting a lot of content, and definitely you want to have proxies and images uploaded immediately. So Frame.io could be really great for that. And now that we don't have to have the hand grip, which I think it's the expensive one, I think that saves a lot of money. And also it's not necessary, you know, because the camera's more than capable of like transmitting files and stuff like that. So yeah, another good bonus. Firmware bug fixes. Firmware bug fix, firmware bug fix, firmware bug fix. Okay, cool. So we didn't get Riala, we didn't get waveforms. We basically got autofocus functions and a recording frame for video users, basically, and an easier way to update the camera, like 2 different methods now. So it kind of like automatically downloads in the background if you connect it to your phone, or you can just connect it to one of your cards, and then the actual update process will be in a menu. So we'll test out the autofocus, I think, and we'll have a little look at what the red recording frame looks like, and we'll go ahead and update that right now. So let's just see. Cool. And as I said, like as you can see, like the firmware downloads rocket time. Like it's so easy, you know. Yeah, as you can see, like it just sort of updates. Yeah. Okay. Sending firmware. Yeah, the wireless transmission of the files is a little bit slow, but it still works. I use it all the time. I've updated all my cameras that way. So I've just turned the camera off and on, and then immediately, as you can see, if I can get it, it's asking me if I want the standard or high temperature. I'm gonna actually set it to high. The maximum temperature limit will be higher, no problem. I don't mind. So I've just double checked, and you can see here we're on 6.0. So yeah, all good. Okay, so on the movie setting on the 3rd page, and if you can see down here on the 3rd option, it says record frame indicator. So now, so if I go hit camera inception, let me just dial down the exposure. All right, wow, okay, autofocus is working, snappy. So if I hit record now, boom, hey, that's just kind of trippy. Where am I looking at? Where am I going? Yeah, so the record frame, this is it slightly missing the edge? Is that my eyes? Let me see that. It's kind of, no, it's not, okay. It's kind of just painted over. It's a little bit, it's actually transparent a bit, because you can see still, let's see how best I can do this. Yeah, you can see like, still over. That's kind of good as well. I mean, the main thing is now that we know we're recording. Okay, so if you want to activate the subject tracking, this took me a little while just to kind of figure out because I probably didn't read instructions. If you go on to the AF MF setting, page 1, go on to AF mode. You need to be on wide. So when you're on wide, then you can go on tracking. So if you're wondering how that works, you got to use the control pad. Okay, so for example, click here and then click again. Now watch, when I move, it kind of follows me. So you want to click this, the control pad here, and yeah, it kind of like sticks on. Sorry, I'm trying. It's a bit jarring to try and move it. And then to cancel it, and it, oh, okay, so it doesn't override like eye functions, which is kind of good. So you push it in to stop it, and then it immediately goes. Oh, and if you click it in on your eyes, it will stay on your eyes. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Life improvements. How well does it work when recording? Because I know that sometimes when you're recording, it doesn't go, sorry if I'm moving around. I'm trying to make this like as simple as possible for all of you to kind of follow, because I don't really want to have to go through a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah. guess that's it for the exciting updates. So I just wanted to show you how I update my camera using the Fuji X app. It's dead simple. As I showed you, you just download it, click agree, and then it will send it over to your camera, and then the camera will update. Then you need to turn it off once it's completed that, and you can see the new process that you start up on. Yeah, the AF looks sticky. It looks good. Subject tracking is a biggie. I don't like that I have to push in that button. There might be a way to change that to touching the actual screen, so hopefully that's something we can do, because I think that's a bit annoying, because also like when you're putting pressure on the camera while you're recording, you're going to introduce movement. You don't really want to do that, whereas if you can lightly tap the screen, you're putting less pressure on. So small little things. Yeah, the red recording frame is really good addition to this camera, much needed, and I think, you know, a lot of people will appreciate it. I'm definitely going to appreciate it, because when I'm doing like corporate or other kind of gigs, I want to know that my camera is recording, and for me that is a big visual indicator. I can't, and a lot of jobs require us to kind of like man two cameras, or, you know, take some pictures, and, you know, if I have to look back again to see like, is it recording? It was only a little small red dot. Now we've got that red recording frame. That's very helpful. All right, so I just wanted to show you how easy it is to update the camera. You know, you don't need to worry. A lot of people on the internet is like, oh, I don't trust phones, it'll brick my camera and all this stuff. I've updated all my cameras using phone, and it's never ever caused me any issues. You might get the odd one out, but people will get problems even if they updated via SD card or whatever. You can never be too sure, you know. So just relax, connect your phone to the X app, download the firmware update, enjoy your 6.0, get your red recording frame rate, get your red recording frame, get your subject tracking, and don't forget you need to set it to wide tracking, otherwise it's not going to work. And then you got to push in that little D-pad, whatever you want to call it. Enjoy your brand new features, have a great week, and I'll see you again very soon. You're going to see a lot of things coming. Peace. And can anyone guess what camera this is being recorded on? Prizes to... No prizes. I just want you to guess.